Boom bam.
All right. Hello, gamers. Welcome back. There's nothing else I have to say other than the character question. So, uh, prepare. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Nice.
Okay, what's the real answer?
Well, that like definitely the equivalent of a preschool teacher would have been like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And she just would have answered like completely innocently, "Nice." But if she had to pick a career choice, she thinks inventing is pretty cool. And hey, she's living her childhood dream.
Aww.
So that's cute.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, she's always wanted to be an inventor because she always thought like everyone else around her are these really cool inventors, and like it's so much fun. She just wants to spend the rest of her life doing that. So
Nevo asked me this question when I was making Joss's character, and I said pretty much the same thing. So there you go.
That's why they
We're
were friends when they were
friends.
younger.
Yeah.
Crying. Everyone's adorable.
I can answer. Claire probably wanted to just run the shop that her parents owned to make them happy. She didn't know anything else that existed, so just owning the shop.
Bless.
Martin actually wanted to be a delivery person when he was younger, so that he could travel.
Oh.
Sounds very like a capitalist to me.
Martin deserves
Martin
the
would-
world.
Martin,
Does
you
he?
capitalist pig.
Martin
Oink,
can have
oink.
a little bit of capitalism as a treat. Juliana wanted to be a lawyer until she had until she had a crisis about it and realized that actually she didn't want to be a lawyer. She doesn't actually know what she wants to be. She just wants to fucking help people. It's where she's at. But when she was little, she definitely was like very excited to be a lawyer. And then it changed, and she didn't tell anybody that it changed.
Oh, bless her heart.
Wow.
Okay. Leia. When Leia was super little, her life was felt like it was just kind of planned out already. And then when she got older, she was like, you know what? I still don't know what I want to be, but you know what? As long as it's cool, I'm okay.
That's very Leia of her.
Man, that might be everyone.
Yeah, did we get Eden?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent.
Charlie, would you like to do the recap?
I would. Okay, everybody. I am reading this off of Eden's wonderful notes. Thank you for taking notes, Eden. Very appreciated. So we kind of came back together in whatever city we're in. I don't remember the name. And everybody got together after splitting up last session, and we're going to the train station. Martin's back. He was talking to Goodberry. And then they meet a certain British man, and he's not a capitalist, but he does have a pink suitcase. He's lost, genuinely lost, cringe. I'm reading that directly from the notes. And he's from Fluo. Juliana bullies him for a little bit, but then they go to the train station together. And then at the train station, they see 3 more people. There's a Warforged with frog legs. And the immediate reaction to that is them going up to the poor Warforged and asking, can Warforged be gay? They can. And then there's a pretty Asimar. And then that person's name is Drowert? Right.
Mhm.
Okay. And then Gus, the funky tiefling. And Juliana is also mean to him. You know how it be. Okay. And then everybody gets on the train, and you're just kind of chilling. We're watching Lady of the Rings, and then the lights go off. And the two's memories card got stolen. It was bad. You guys investigated and spent a lot of time talking to Gus, and you got some clues. Like, there can't be anyone on top of the train. You know that it was a darkness spell. And yeah, pretty much that's it.
All right. The city you were in was Phireo, by the way.
Got it.
All right. So, you are still on the train heading to Fluo. We begin again. Now, I know that some of you were colluding, and so I assume that you have more of a idea of what direction you want to go with this. So I will allow you to take the reins here, and someone tell me what you would like to do, who you would like to talk to, etc.
Well,
We got groups.
it's time for the first priority. Juliana calls for a group huddle and says, "Everyone, do we have anything to make detective hats with?"
Yes.
Do you want us to just start ripping up upholstery off of the chairs?
Well, desperate times, desperate measures.
We shouldn't do that, I don't think.
Fine, no detective hats.
If we find any, I would enjoy wearing them.
That's fair.
Korlagita is going to find a couple of pamphlets of different tourist pamphlets, sort of in a little holder on one wall, and bring them over to the group. And be like, paper detective hat?
Yes. Very excellent. Does anybody know origami?
Well,
Do we have to roll for origami?
It's time.
I think that
sleight
would
of
be a
hand.
dexterity check, a flat dexterity check, or sleight of hand.
It's time to roll. Oh my god. Character sheet? What do you mean you're not responding? Love me. How
Oh
dare
my god,
you?
Leia.
So dexterity.
There we go.
Dexterity, just flat dexterity or sleight of hand.
Let's see. That's a +2 for me. So, d20 +2.
I got an 18.
These are some damn good detective hats.
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
damn right.
We're ready.
All right, so you guys make a bunch of paper detective hats. So your whole group, including Korlagita, have detective hats now.
Bless.
Fear Not has to like
Yes.
forcibly poke holes in her detective's hat to fit her horns through.
Claire's just on top of her horns, just chilling up there.
Korlagita is going to copy your guys' paper folding and make additional detective hats for Biscuit, 2, and Drurid.
Oh, I'm sobbing. Juliana's
Can't
like,
leave Gus out.
oh. Oh. Juliana frowns. I don't think I should be the one to give Gus a hat.
I can do it.
Yes, that would be good.
Cool. Nice.
Claire, are you gonna give him
Yeah, Claire. Eventually, as the other ones are distributed, I guess.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do this?
Claire's just gonna like walk up and just hold it out, just like, hey, do you want a detective hat?
Alright, cool, thanks.
Cool. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
Very important. Does he poke holes in his, or does he just do it
No.
Claire style?
Just balances it in the middle.
Good.
Yeah, because his horns curl down.
Yeah.
Like Ram.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like Brandish.
all right. We've already established a series of questions to ask everyone. Who wants to start?
I can.
Juliana was about to call nose goes, but then Leia pipes up and she's like, good.
Nose goes.
Okay. Once my roll 20 stops acting up, there we go. Okay. Leia is gonna approach Drorit, and she's gonna ask, "What is the process for removing a Warforged memory card?"
I would like you to roll a preemptive insight check on this.
Okay, my insight.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Is Fear not accompanying Leia right now?
That's up to you guys.
Sure.
All right. So that is a 18. Drorit is going to say, well, it's as far as I'm aware, and I do wish that my mentee could help with this explanation, but as far as I'm aware, it's a simple matter of knowing where the memory drive is on a particular Warforged. Different Warforged have different different layouts, and the slots are hidden. You can see they very carefully like take Two's hands and like show you the side of Two's head, where there is indeed like a very small slot, and it seems to have had a little compartment door over it. And they say, you can see here, it's rather small, it's a very specific spot. It's not something you could stumble upon by accident, I think.
I wonder if our. What is the word for this? Memory culprit. Yes. I wonder if our. Look.
Go on, go on.
I wonder whether or not our culprit is somebody who has specifically worked with Warforged before then.
Drorit starts looking a little bit uneasy.
Oh no!
This is something that Leia specifically gets because of your role.
Leia gives Jordan a look and asks, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I'm worried, you know?
Can I roll insight again?
I am gonna say no because I had you roll insight before.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Can Fear not, who is currently near Leia while she's questioning Drorit, can Fear not just like sort of go up to Two and ask like, is it okay if I just check over you and make sure there's nothing else weird?
Why? Is there a problem?
Maybe it'd probably be better just to check, if that's okay.
Okay.
I love them. Fear not's just gonna do a basic inspection, make sure there's nothing else like damaged or potentially missing aside from what we'd already seen prior.
All right, I would like you to roll medicine or arcana.
Fucking using physical dice for one session and only using digital dice for the other session has me fucked up because I try to click on the numbers in order to get them to roll in the session and it doesn't work. And then I have to remember I need my physical dice. Anyways, I have my physical dice. Let me roll. Wow, that is unfortunate. That's a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think you see nothing in particular seems to have changed or be different about Two. It's hard for you to tell because you don't actually know Two that well. You met Two maybe under an hour ago in a train station.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Rip.
So Fear Not looks a little unsure, but then just kind of will step back and be like, okay, thank you.
Is Bracken by Fear Not?
Yes, always.
After you're done checking out Two just pats Bracken.
Bracken creaks a little bit, but doesn't shy away at all.
Drorit says in a very quiet voice, it's good to ask when you want to pet someone's service animal, robot or not.
Oh, my apologies. May I pat your dog?
Fear Not looks a little pleasantly surprised because it's like, oh yeah, that is a good idea, right? And then just kind of, yeah, go for it.
They continue petting Bracky.
Yes, that is Fear Not and Bracken for now.
All right.
Okay. References document. So, I was wondering, what brought both of you to Fluo in the first place? Why are you heading there?
Well, I mentioned before we were going to the library in Phireo to do some research for Two's paper on blood pressure.
Yes, right. Thank you for the reminder.
Of course.
Did you find what you needed to find?
Well, yes, and then we lost it, I suppose. I don't know how much good the research will do if we can't get Two's memory drive back.
Yes. I'm not sure either. Hopefully we can find it.
Hopefully. If not, I suppose I remember the information well enough, but we may need to make a second trip just in case. One of the advantages to a Warforged student is that they encode memory very easily and very specifically. They're able to recall extremely specific sets of information, whole books sometimes, if they are equipped for it.
That's incredibly lucky.
Yes, they are. But of course, this means that Two will, of course, struggle without all of the things that they've learned up till now.
Yes. I should hope that they make a decent recovery regardless. Is there a way to get them another memory chip?
A blank one, yes.
Certainly not the same.
Yes, unfortunately, and she looks a little sad.
Have you recently traveled anywhere else by any chance?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I travel all over. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Just before the library, were you just popping over from Fluo or?
I would like you to make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, fuck.
Woohoo!
Social combat, baby.
When you thought you were vibing. Oh, no.
I thought we were friends.
Okay, that's a +8. This is okay. This could be fine. Oh, fuck. That's very okay. That's very fine.
Yeah, you seem to put Drawer at ease, and she says, well, yes, I do travel quite a bit. We, of course, are based in Fluo. We've come down to Phireo a couple times, actually, for various assignments. You know, it's so convenient with the monorail. So over the past couple weeks, I've been down to Phireo a few times. We made a few stops in Casita on our way back because uh, well, it's nice there. I would say it's nice weather, but they don't have weather in Casita. And she laughs a little bit and she says, but it's a nice city, and I like for Two to experience all that Harbor has to offer. We've made a couple stops in other places along the monorail too. We've been to Josie, I think once in the past month.
Ah, I see. Juliana is attempting not to look concerned about the fact that they happen to have been almost everywhere that they have also been. And then she says, I suppose I don't have much more to ask, except, if you're willing, how many years have you been studying magic? Are you familiar with it?
Magic? No, I don't study magic. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Thank you for that.
Of course.
And she's stepping back. That's her investigation. Y'all's turn.
Martin would like to investigate.
Okay.
Okay.
What would you like to investigate?
He's gonna go up to Drorit and it sort of looks like he's just stepping into the space that Juliana just vacated as though it's a completely natural thing to do in a social situation. And he sort of clears his throat and looks at Drorit very expectantly and says, "Can I also ask you questions?"
Oh no!
She nods and says, yes,
For the benefit of your student, of course.
of course.
Yes, I'm glad we're in agreement. So, while you were at the library, did you see anything suspicious?
Well, um, and they start looking a little bit anxious and they say, um, I don't think so. I mean, that's such a broad question. I, I, I don't really look for things that are suspicious on a normal day. Harbor is very safe.
Yes, I'm sure we all think much the same. Did two at any point in your library trip express any concern over anything that they had seen?
And they look over it too and they say, Not to my knowledge. Um, I don't think so. We were very engrossed in our research. I know that sounds cliche, but it was supposed to be a very quick trip.
So, to your knowledge, do you believe that the reason that someone may have wanted to take Two's memory would be because there is something significant in that memory? Or do you believe that they simply had need for the physical card?
I would like you to make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm crying. Martin, please. Oh, thank fuck! Oh, thank
Holy shit!
Wow.
Ooh,
Martin!
very nice.
He is persuasive
Uh,
today.
This will never happen again.
Drurit sighs and says, um, "No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is a very distressing day. Um, I don't. I believe no. They specifically would have wanted Two's drive because memory drives for Warforged are rare but not impossible to find. There are many Warforged. Well, there are quite a few Warforged in Harbor, largely refugees, but um, they have made their own niche here in Harbor, and so there are Warforged parts that are rather easy to procure. There have been a few times when Two has had a few broken servos or gears or something, and so we've recruited the help of a local artificer and ordered some parts, and we were able to help them. Um, so no, I don't believe they would be looking for simply any memory drive.
All right, thank you for that. And to your knowledge, you are not aware of what someone specifically may have been looking for, is that correct?
No, I'm sorry. This is all very overwhelming to me. I don't think I can answer any more of your questions.
All right, I understand. I just want to make sure that you're aware that the more we know, the more likely it is that we will be able to identify the culprit and help your student, which I'm sure is exactly what you want.
Ooh, persuasion check, please.
Again?
Oh no.
It's a flat 0.
I know.
Are
Okay,
you fucking kidding
you
me?
rolled
No,
20.
you
Yeah.
rolled 20.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You
what
rolled the
fuck is
number
that?
20.
Man, I wish I could do that.
Anyway. 16. Woo!
16. Jorrit says, yes, of course. I just, if you come back in a few minutes, I think I will be feeling more up to it now. I have a lot to think about.
I'm sure you do. Thank you.
Holy shit, Martin.
You're on fire, Hall.
Thanks.
Christ.
Yeah, that's it for him. He's gonna give her some space.
All right.
Well, everyone, should we move on to our next witness interviewee?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Sounds good.
Would you like to take the lead, Claire?
Oh no.
Aren't I sitting right next to you guys? And I'm just listening into all this?
Yeah.
Everyone
All
turns
right.
in unison to face him.
We all just snap our fingers like West Side Story.
Claire looks at Leia. You're good at talking. Do you wanna do it?
Okay, I'll do it, Claire.
Thank
So
you.
so Leia and she says, Biscuit, what were you doing when the lights went out?
What was I doing? I was sitting in my seat. What?
Were you doing anything in particular besides sitting in your seat? Were you reading
No,
anything?
not really. I just kind of look out the window.
You might want to roll an insight check.
Oh, you're right. Can I roll an insight check?
You may.
Thank you. How did this happen to me?
Hold on, I'll
Inspiration?
just to make sure.
Either buddy, you
Can I
want
use
some
inspiration?
Do it, please. I can't
Yes.
take it.
You would deprive me of this natural one.
Yes, sure.
All
would.
right. So you have 2 inspiration left.
Yay, thank you. God damn it! No!
What?
Oh my god! Oh
Everyone
my
knew chaotic successes or failures.
I think it was fate. I think it was fate.
You used up all the good roll juice early on.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I mean, he's telling the truth. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying
you
to
have
think-
No, yeah, go ahead, Ari. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think that suffices because he is. I just it's a natural one, and so I'm trying to think of any potential ramifications of talking to someone. The
Hey,
only
Leia,
thing
you're
I can
good at
think
this.
of, huh?
Claire proceeds to not- Leia's good at this, called in to be good at it, proceeds to not be good at it.
I think here's what we'll do. I think that a natural one in a social encounter means that you no longer have the opportunity to ask more questions. Another character can ask questions in your place of this character, but I think asking this fumbled that relationship between you and the person you're talking to.
Okay. Sorry, Leia, that's the breaks.
What was the question what was the question she asked?
What were you doing when the lights went out?
Yeah. And the answer was they were sitting.
I was looking at the. Okay, he's like actually low key kind of offended and I really do you actually think it was me? I was just in my seat.
Can Fear Not we had partnerships and then now we're just kind of asking
Yeah, we're
questions.
not.
I forgot about the partnerships.
Fear Not was going to be partnered up with Leia, so I'll just say that Fear Not's kind of just trailing. Oops, goodbye, Bracken. Trailing with Leia as well, and she'll kind of pipe up and be like, "No, not like that. Maybe did you see anything else that was weird? Something that, if you were looking out the window, did you see anything out the window?"
I did not see anything out the window. No, it just the scenery. That's it.
Nothing out of the corner of your eye, right? Like in here?
He kind of thinks for a second, and I'm gonna cough because I have asthma. he kind of thinks for a second and really takes her question in consideration. And he goes, I mean, not really. The train's really crowded, so I kind of just tune everybody out, you know? I'm sorry I can't be more helpful to the investigation, but I really didn't see anything.
Can I roll insight?
You may roll insight.
The way you said that.
Because fucking. Okay, I don't have a flat 0, but my insight is not the best either. And neither is my roll, that's a 6.
You want some?
Insert the clown music.
Do we have inspiration left?
You have 2 inspiration left, yes. And the way that you guys are going with your roleplay in this scene, I think you will earn more over time. I just keep forgetting to award it. So you may use it if you want to.
If you're not, you want some juice?
You
Inspire
want some flash of
you?
genius?
You know what? No, I'm okay. I think I'm good.
Oh. All right.
You don't want to take my flash of genius? Pretty sad.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll hold on to it. Is Flash of Genius even expendable? I don't know if it is.
I think it's once per long rest, but we
Okay,
have
yeah,
everyone who
so-
can do it.
Yeah, but we'll hold on to it. What was the question I just fucking asked? Biscuit didn't see anyone suspicious or anything like that, right?
Yeah, anything out of the corner of the eye.
Mhm.
I said no because I just kind of tune everybody out. It's a very crowded car.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds because we are conferring.
Okay. Gives me a chance to think. 'Cause that's hard to do.
Imagine thinking.
I can't.
I'm actually gonna put my chips away real quick.
Okay, so yes. Biscuit is telling the truth. He, again, as Casper has mentioned, he seems a little bit offended that you're being, like, so ardent about this, but, at this point, he's mostly just frustrated that you basically keep asking the same thing over and over.
Okay. Fear Not's gonna nod when he points out that, hey, the train is fucking packed. He didn't say that. But she's gonna nod when he points that fact out. And she's gonna look around and give a slight nervous laugh and just, yeah, it is really packed. I definitely wouldn't be able to go in this one. I mean, it'd be a little uncomfortable. It's kind of admirable that you could sit in here for a while. We had to go into the other one because this one was too full, but even then, I think I'd get really claustrophobic, even if I had to go in here. And she's just trying to put him a little bit more at ease.
It's definitely not for everybody.
I would like you to make a persuasion roll for that.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. What is my persuasion? Flat fucking 0, because I have no charisma bonus. 17.
So Biscuit, Fear Not is trying to be a little bit personable with you, and you sort of pick up on this, the pro-social vibes of this conversation, put you a little bit at ease.
He feels a little bit better that it doesn't seem like he's being interrogated anymore, and they're just talking to him.
Looks at Martin.
He does seem a little bit more at ease, yes.
He does say again that last part?
He does seem a little bit more at ease, yes. And he goes, yeah, I wouldn't have really stepped into this car if I knew it was going to be this crowded. Honestly, I would have gotten to the other one too. I wasn't really paying attention.
Claire is going to waltz her way.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh
Let's
boy.
get hyped for Claire's +1 charisma.
Hype train.
Claire kind of just like walks over, kind of just like she wants to make it seem like she's going over because she likes Fear Not, but like is completely just there for Biscuit,
I see how it is.
and just looks so well.
I'm kidding.
Just
go, go,
like
go.
Fear
I'm
Not, I
kidding.
guess.
It's okay.
Anyway, she looks at Biscuit and goes like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We're so annoying, but I just can. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions just to make sure? We're
I would like
asking
you
a lot
to
of people
roll.
here.
I would like you to roll a deception check or a performance check because you are
Performance.
trying to play this off.
Pain. Good thing we're both the same modifier. 11. Wait, I'm going to what is it called? Brian is here just looking. Flash of genius on myself. So it's going to be a 15.
Ooh, very nice. So with a 15, I think you're able to play this off and be like a smooth operator. You are
Claire is so cool. Claire is so cool.
you are just so cool.
That's right.
Smooth like
Amen.
chunky peanut butter.
You're so mean to Claire.
No, no. I
Did
love
you ask me
her.
a question? I don't remember.
So it's just kind of reassuring, like, hey, can we ask you some questions? We're gonna be asking a lot of people these just so we can figure this out.
Sure. I didn't really see anything though, just what I've already told you, but you can ask me any questions, sure.
Okay, thank you. I gotta write down these in my notes. Give me a second, I gotta fathom what words are. Okay, I forget how to use Google Docs sometimes. So Claire's just gonna, like, look over and be like, so just wanted to ask what brought you to the library. Is there anything that you were
Huh?
doing there?
He seems a bit confused. I wasn't really. I mean, I suppose I was there to pick up my teaching certification. I wasn't really there for the library. That's just what the office is.
Oh, what do you teach?
And he seems a little bit proud. He said, I just got a teaching job. I teach third graders, 10-year-olds, you know.
Children. I know those.
Damn, I hope so.
Claire, who has never had a formal education, just like, what the fuck is third grade?
So-
She's gonna.
No, go on.
Can I roll an insight check for that? I trust
You
it, but still.
may.
Insight.
Insight check to see if 10-year-olds are actually third graders.
Check to see if 10-year-olds
Check
are
to see
real.
if 10-year-olds really exist.
I'm gonna be real, I don't think there are, but it's because I was originally going to have him be a kindergarten teacher and then randomly said third grade for some reason, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go with it.
Caught you in a lie.
So I got a 7. Is it okay if I use inspiration?
Party.
Sure.
This is our
Yes.
final inspiration.
Is it?
And no, it's your second to last, so you
Oh,
have
okay,
one
then.
left after
We
this.
gotta roleplay real good.
Okay.
Roll play real good, guys.
All right.
Okay. I'll use it. Hopefully it's better. 13.
All right. Yeah. He's a teacher. This seems legit. It checks out for you.
Okay. Why are you going to Fluo? I assume that's your destination.
Right. I think I mentioned this the other, or not the other day because it's the same day. It's just that it's been a week for us. I mentioned this earlier when I met you guys. I live there, and that's where my job is now. I got a job near my neighborhood, so I just had to come here for the certification.
Yeah, I was just asking just so I can figure it out in my mind. You know,
Is it like an
just to have
institute?
everything.
No, it's for it's not based in the institute. It's just for like the locals.
Oh, that's still pretty cool though.
Thank you. I really enjoy it.
I have a question. Claire has a question.
Great.
What's it? Why is it called a grade?
He seems a little concerned, just in general, and he goes, "That's just like every kid of a certain age go to a certain grade. It's just a way to organize the kids, I suppose."
I didn't have
Hey,
that.
Astro, important
Oh.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Did the institute organize the kids by grades at all, or would Fear Not also have no fucking clue what a third grader is?
Ooh, I think no, they wouldn't have. Good question.
Oh my god! These kids, just like private school and no school.
Fear Not very quietly, just kind of like, oh, so that's what that is. I thought it sounded weird.
Oh
I
no.
think the institutes for the younger kids, like the kids who join when they are still kids, I think for them it's sort of like the model of a Montessori school where like you get to study what you want to study, and like mostly it's this mentor mentee based thing. A very young kid might have multiple mentors to teach them multiple things just to expose them to many different disciplines. But yeah, they would be sorted by age probably rather than a specific grade.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Cool, so Biscuit's just got these two kids in front of him who don't know what grade school is.
yeah.
Rip!
Do you teach a specific subject, or I?
No, the way the school works, I don't know your guys' background, is I just kind of try to give them a basis of the basic subjects like English, math, all that. So that when they grow up and are adults, they are able to get jobs or go further themselves in higher education or whatever. But I give them a base for them to build their knowledge on, basically.
How many
That is
kids do you
very
teach?
helpful.
Well, I don't have my class yet, so I can't give you a exact number. I just got my certification. But yeah, I don't know. There's like probably an average of 28 kids per class, I'd say.
All together?
That's more of people than friends that I have.
Oh my.
I don't think I've
Fear
met
Not
that
Fear
amount
Not
of
turns to
people.
Claire and like takes her hand and it's like, that's okay, we can make you more friends.
Okay. That sounds overwhelming, that amount of people.
Oh, well then
Them probably
we
in a
don't have
train
to
car
make you
with that
that
amount
many
of people.
friends.
He's really concerned about you two. I want you guys to know that.
I think I heard
Very
Sophie Cast
genuinely.
try to speak up.
Oh no.
Okay, all right.
Claire's also going to ask, so you teach all of that. What's your favorite thing? Is there anything that you like really, really like to talk about or know a lot
Well,
about?
as I've said, I have not actually taught any children yet because I just got my job and my certification. But I do enjoy reading to kids, so I'm assuming that might be my favorite.
What's your favorite book? Make a fantasy book right now.
I said,
Oh, the places you'll go, but fantasy.
looked at my bookshelf.
Oh, the places you'll leave.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Oh, the planes you'll go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Guys,
good.
Oh, the
can I say
planes
something
you'll
super
go.
unrelated?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bookshelf on the top of my desk, and whenever I look up, there's like a lot of dark books, and then there's a white book. But the title is "Please Stop Laughing at Me." I don't know what this book is. I don't know why it's there. But why do I always look up and see it? Do I need to read it? I don't think I need to read it. I'm so confused. This is an everyday struggle.
As an answer to you, he says, I'm quite fond of the Booney G Bones series.
Could you say that again?
Booney G Bones.
Holy
Fear
shit.
Not Pogs. Her mouth is open. I love that series back at the Institute. They had all the books.
Yeah, they're quite easy for kids to understand because they're about problems that kids have. So I really like reading them. It helps me relate to the kids more, you know.
What's up, fellow kids? How do you do? Holding a Booney B. Bones book. How do you do, fellow kids?
G Bones a skeleton in school, I'd say. I'm just gonna say that right now, just because it's bones and I like the pun.
Anyway, Claire's going to change the topic now. So that sounds like a very fun job. I hope you enjoy it. But some more related questions, I guess. Have you traveled anywhere else recently? Do you like to travel? Anything like that?
Oh my, no, I've really just been at Lowell, and then I came here, and now I'm going back. I haven't really traveled anywhere else.
I'm assuming I can't do another insight check.
No, you can.
Oh, let's
I think
go.
you can.
Yeah.
I got a 21.
Oh. Okay.
Is that a non-natural?
Yeah.
Okay.
21?
A
21.
non-natural.
It's like not you didn't roll a natural
Yeah,
20,
no,
right?
I rolled a 19 plus 2.
Oh, so close.
Can I only
Let's
figure
see.
it out if it was a natural?
What was the question and answer again?
Just an insight check on traveling recently.
They said they asked if I traveled, and I said no, just like this, going from Pluto to here and then back.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the way that Biscuit is packed, you're looking specifically over their suitcase. It doesn't really seem like they're a very experienced traveler. This is a very nice suitcase. It's definitely made for looks rather than function. And you can tell that it doesn't seem to have that much wear on it. It seems to be a little bit overstuffed. They're probably not that experienced in traveling.
Okay. And, another question is, we know you said something earlier about it, but I just want to ask again, just so we can have it all up in my brain zone. Do you have any experience with magic?
With magic? I don't think
Yeah.
I've been asked that question. He does also give this question a good thought for a couple seconds, mostly because I need to have a good thought about it. And he goes, I mean, I think I know just about as much as everyone else. I can do some, and I know that other people can do some. You know?
What sum can you do, if that's fine asking?
What would you like a demonstration? I don't know what you want me to do.
If I don't know, if you want to give a demonstration,
know,
I would
like,
be
I've got-
completely fine.
I've got
If it's
like
all right,
Kill
we'd like to
Room.
see it.
Okay, let me look at his skill. If I can even do any of these. I don't even know if I can do any
It
of
does
these right now.
damage.
Man,
Kills Claire.
Terrible.
Hey, I can do a demonstration. Fucking just like the entire car is gone.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a neat little spell called Disintegrate.
Yeah,
There's this fun one called Power Word Kill.
Power word kill. Okay, your animals are both like robots, right?
yeah.
I was gonna say speak with animals. I mean, I can cast Cure Wounds, speak with animals, speak with plants. Does anyone have a plant? I can speak with that.
Looks at Leia.
She left her plant with Scratch.
I don't really know. Everything is kind of practical. It's not really for show, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's it for me. If anyone else has any questions, and she's gonna look at everyone else.
Stairs.
Briefcase.
Think.
Suitcase.
Yeah,
Looks
suitcase.
at you. You can ask that question
Yeah,
yourself.
Mr. Biscuit, are you a capital? Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice your very capitalist briefcase.
He's calling him a capitalist. He's gonna.
That is a natural one on your capitalist question.
Martin actually is gonna come over to Biscuit,
Oh boy.
Alright.
and he's like, "Excuse me,
Yes.
I can't help but notice that you have a very pleasantly colored suitcase."
He like narrows his eyes a bit. That's right.
I think you know where this is going, Biscuit.
No, I don't know. What
I would like you to roll persuasion at disadvantage, Martin.
Can I use a help action?
You can. You
Okay,
can.
Claire's just
Claire
like
just
kind of
stands
stepping like, I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say
People
Claire
aren't
stands
very good at
intimidatingly
talking.
behind Martin.
We're trying to do this for everyone we can that we see a luggage thing for, just because.
Okay, so that evens out. So it's disadvantage
Still a
against
4.
advantage cancels out. That's a 4.
So Sorry.
Guys, we have one more inspiration left. We can get this.
No, we're not wasting it on this.
Can I just react to this myself? Yeah, Ari.
Yeah,
when
as
I-
long as the party is agreed on not using inspiration.
Yeah, we're good.
Don't we need to know what's in the suitcase, everyone? Don't we need to
think
know?
We need to. We can always try again
Yeah.
later.
I think this is probably your most worthwhile use of inspiration
Yeah,
this whole
that's
session.
what I.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried about the no pluses right there, but
Wait, what?
Alright.
So what skill is it?
It is persuasion. And so Claire, you've already assisted. You can assist again if you'd like to. I will not be imposing disadvantage this time.
Yeah, Claire's
Anyone else can
try again.
assist by by making their own roll also if they would not like to rely on Martin's
Yeah, I just don't rely on
charisma
Martin.
modifier. And
Um,
Leia, you can help with this if you'd like to.
What's the role?
We are persuading to try to get Biscuit to let
Okay.
us search his suitcase.
So would I
What's
be
the role
helping
now?
Leia?
It is
a
persuasion.
persuasion.
I rolled a fucking 4.
Holy shit. I don't think that needs help. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right. In that
We're
case, we will save the inspiration, so you still have one.
Thank God.
And I will just keep awarding you some. This is very good. I just want to wait until like a break in the conversation to award more inspiration. So Leia steps in. Leia, do you have any specific idea of how you would word this? It's totally okay if not.
Do you mind if we just look at your briefcase for a second?
I suppose that would be all right as long as you're doing it in front of me.
Oh yeah, we're not taking it anywhere. Don't worry.
Oh, all right. And he reluctantly, somewhat, but he hands over his suitcase.
All right. And Casper, I will allow you to narrate how this goes.
Can
I
I-
assume.
Can I do a roll to see if he like maybe grabs something, moves something, anything as this is going
That
on?
would be a perception check.
Okay, perception, not investigation. Pretty cringe.
Yeah, perception is the responding roll to sleight of hand.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Whoops.
Everything seems to be in order.
Can I have the party? Can I have whoever's searching my suitcase please roll investigation?
Can I help with the investigation, maybe? Because Chloe's gonna be there, I think. But
Yeah, so who would like to make that roll?
can I?
I don't know who said can I, but yes, you can.
Okay, I have a +9, so
All right.
Okay.
a dirty 20.
Ooh, not bad.
Okay.
Casper,
So-
would you like to? Yeah.
Yeah, so like Ari said, this is definitely a not very functional suitcase. There's only one pocket, one big pocket. And it is pretty much full of like just different types of clothes. A lot of it is pink. Pink seems to be his favorite color. He has some gloves in there. He has some toiletries, to smell fresh, smell fresh and nice. He has a pair of shoes in there with a very unique print on the bottom of them. And that's pretty much it. It's just clothes and stuff.
Have I seen the print on like before?
No, you have not.
Okay. Cool.
I will describe the print for you, just so you know. It's basically every kind of very common shoe print, like every very kind of common like tread on the bottom of a shoe put together at different parts of the shoe.
I think this is something that Claire would know just to like give this additional world flavor. Probably because you worked at the souvenir shop for so long, you've probably seen like various different novelty brands of shoe and like a lot of shit. I think you would recognize a couple of the elements of this tread.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything else in there, but I think that's it. That's really it.
Insight check on the saving. Okay, I think This is good. Claire looks at everyone else, shrugs. Is there anything else? I'll take that as a no. Claire closes the. Oh,
Well, I don't know. Claire knows something and Juliana doesn't, so I don't even know if I can ask this, but like basically, if Claire did communicate that she recognized those shoes, Juliana could ask, "Where did you get those?"
oh, that would be a good idea, probably. I think Claire might ask that herself, but if Juliana wants to, probably.
You
after
you
she
can go
says
for it, dude. I don't
She'll
care who
probably just be like,
asks.
"Oh, I've seen these kind of shoes before. Where'd you get them?"
Yeah.
To be clear, you have not seen these specific kinds of shoes.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
what I was
seen some
thinking.
elements of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that'd probably draw her to ask more.
all right. So is this you lying or just different wording?
Probably just a little curious. Kind of just
Okay.
like, I recognize a bit of these shoes, but not
Okay.
fully. Are they? I like my shoes. I need to know.
He, you're asking where he got his shoes from?
Sure did.
Oh, jeez. Okay. He thinks about gap, but tries to think of a different word for gap.
Pag. Gap, but backwards.
Okay, pag is very good.
I got them at a pag in Fluo.
Rift.
Rift. I kind of like Rift. I'm gonna say Rift. I got them at the Rift in Fluo.
Vacancy.
I hate it here. So Claire's gonna close it. Do a thumbs up. That's all that I have. Then I think.
All
we
right,
might
he
be
takes
good.
his suitcase back.
Cool. Are we on to another person?
I guess.
Oh yeah. So did Fear Not say stuff about the crystal yesterday?
Yeah, I was
Or last
actually gonna
time?
ask if after this, are we moving on? Or what did you want to ask, Eden?
I was gonna look at that specific spot to see if there's any like dust or anything that would leave a print.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
I am adding an inspiration to your count, so you now have 2. Because that was a very good questioning scene. I also want you to know that after you do all of your investigation, you can go back and ask Drerick questions now. I think enough time has passed. So
Okay.
you guys wanted to investigate where you found the crystals?
Yeah, and I want to have Fear Not actually bring out the portion of the crystal that she had wrapped up in the handkerchief. And, after, like, standing or being near Claire for a little bit, I wanted her to go up to Drew and basically ask if they'd seen it before, but I'll let Claire look at the area first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna have Biscuit move back to his seat. He thinks he's done.
All right. So, we are doing Crystal first or talking to Drobrit first?
Crystal.
Okay. So who is investigating? I think Claire is, right?
Yeah, Claire is.
Are you getting
Fear
an
Not's
assist
tagging
from anyone?
behind. If you're okay with Fear Not assisting, then she'll also
Yeah,
be looking around
absolutely,
since she
yeah.
was there yesterday, since she was there earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Should I roll anything?
Yes, that would be investigation.
Let's go.
Nat 1, baby!
I have a dice box, but half of the time it lands on like a side where you can't even like distinguish which one's on the top, so it's like pain. Nat 1, baby.
Seriously?
Both Nat 1s, let's go!
Oh no.
Double nat 1s?
Yeah.
Radio silence.
I think we're all cursed.
Claire and
You know
Fear Not are
what?
just looking at the ground and they bonk heads.
Can I use
I think-
inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, is everyone okay with that?
Yeah. Does
All right,
that just
you
go
have
for
one
Claire?
inspiration left.
I will cry if I get another bad one. I got a 17.
All right, that saved you from potentially destroying evidence, so good job.
Ah!
Also,
Oh,
tuba time.
shit.
I'd like to mention that it is tuba time, so you will hear tuba.
Oh, that's fine.
Woo!
It is always tuba time in my
It's
heart.
always tuba time.
Hang on.
Okay,
Yes.
so Claire, what are you looking for?
Probably tracks, or if there's any dust on the ground to see if there's any tracks at
Ooh.
all. Just
Very
anything.
nice. All right. So I think what you were able to find is there is some dirt. You were able to tell that there is some sort of like a loose, dry dirt that is in the carpet. It is not in the same place as where the crystal seems to have shattered, but it is sort of around that area. And of course, you can see the shards of the crystal. Looking at the way that they split, you're able to basically deduce where the crystal was. Let me briefly move Juliana and Martin. I'm very sorry. I want to mark where the crystal was for you guys. I think I may have given this information last session. But I think it was probably like right about here. If I said something else before, ignore it. I'm sorry.
Yee.
Can someone take over for me for a second? I'm gonna be holding a baby.
What?
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So Claire found like the very slight dirt tracks, right, around the area where the crystal was
Loose,
shattered.
dry dirt.
Dry dirt. Okay. In the meantime, I'm not sure if Eden had other things they wanted to do in this area, so would we be okay? Fear not stepping
Yeah,
back
we
and talking to
can
Jorah?
briefly switch scenes.
This would probably be happening like right after Claire would go investigate that area, or at least during it anyways, because Fear not got reminded, oh yeah, right, the crystal. I'd like to have her pull out the little crystal shard that she had wrapped up in Biscuit's handkerchief, bless you, Biscuit, and just kind of go up to Jorah and 2, and mostly to Jorah, since even if 2 does remember it, they're not going to remember it, and hold it out to them and ask, we found this on the floor. Do you recognize this crown of crystal at all?
They do, but I need to check my fucking notes.
Eyeballs emoji.
Oh my god, did I really not write this down? Please.
I think I sent the link where someone can edit the notes in TTRPG, and I'd really appreciate that right now. Thank you.
Okay. So Drorit says, yes, that is Tenorite, isn't it?
I don't remember, is it?
It is, yeah, that's the name of the
Okay.
magic holding crystal. Drorit says it could also be quartz. This is such a small piece.
I'm sorry, there's a peanut M&M in my mouth, 1 second. Peanut, yeah, peanut, not peanut butter. Okay. Anyways, cool. Fear not nods. She knows that it's Tenorite. Is that what it was called?
Tenorite.
She knows it's Tenorite. But she's gonna ask, oh, do you know where it's from?
Oh, yes, it's from, that would be from Casita, isn't it?
She gives like a sort of slow, thoughtful nod, like, huh, yeah. Wonder what a crystal like this is doing all the way out here.
Well, they do get spread across the whole country. I think some are even shipped outside the country, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very unique and very valuable material. It can be used for all sorts of things. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that two actually uses some of these crystals for a power supply now. I don't know that that was originally what they used as a power supply, but I believe it is what they use now.
Really? Excuse me. Peanut M&Ms are not a good idea for this voice. My throat. Fear Not automatically turns to 2 and is like, is that so? Not remembering that maybe 2 won't remember, but she's gonna try and ask anyways.
2 just stares at Fear Not and goes, is what? So.
Oh, then she realizes, do you recognize this crystal, or at all? And she's holding it out to them.
They just look at the crystal and they go, oh, shiny. They don't respond to your question, but they seem clueless.
2, could I just check you one more time, please?
Sure.
Can Fear Not try and see if 2's power supply thing is anywhere visible, and if so, how it's doing?
So the power supply is inside a probably a torso compartment. I will allow you to roll to check. You do have two's permission to check them, so I don't. It's a little invasive, but I believe, like, since you asked for permission, this is probably okay.
Even like before, even if she did recognize that, okay, this is a torso panel, she'd be like, is it okay if I check this? You can say no, it's alright if you don't want me to. It might be helpful.
They nod.
Cool, she's gonna do it very carefully. And you said investigation?
Yes. Investigation or medicine.
Got it. I can't read my own character sheet.
Mood.
21, not natural 20. It was a 15 plus 6.
Okay, repeat the roll for me.
21, non-natural 20. Well, not
Okay.
20, but not natural.
And that is to investigate two's crystal. So, yes, 2 is indeed using tenorite as a power source. You would know this to be relatively standard for robotics in harbor, especially like mobile robotics, things that can't be attached to like a wall plug or something. Because these crystals hold energy, they are able to essentially function as batteries. They need to get refilled, but they function as batteries. Two's crystal is completely intact. There is not a scratch on it.
Sick. Okay. So Fernand's gonna, after making sure that they're all good, close up the panel and do another quick, okay, you're completely fine. Sorry about that again. Thank you, though. Sort of rush and try to get out of their personal space so that she's not continuing to make them uncomfortable, potentially. And then turn back to Drora, and she's still holding the shard in her hand, and she's just kind of like, yeah, that's really neat. These almost... They did look almost identical. Did they look almost identical? I'm assuming they did.
Yeah, they look pretty, like, it's very clearly the same material.
Okay.
What you have is a shard of two's, like, of a crystal similar to two's whole crystal. It may have been a large size, it may have been a small size. It's really hard for you to tell.
Okay. So if you're not comments that, yeah, they look the exact same. Do you know what else that these get used for besides power sources?
Is that asked of 2 or Drorit?
Drorit.
Drorit says, well, yes, to hold any sort of delayed spells.
Can I roll insight?
Yes, you can.
That's only about a 15.
Yeah, Drobrit seems to be answering honestly, seems to genuinely recollect this. There is not really a hint of nervousness at all in her voice.
I'm glad the baby has been removed from your grasp, Eden.
Whoa.
But is it okay if we switch back to Jorah after we go back to Claire, if that's alright?
Yes. So, Claire, you were investigating the crystal. Is there anything you need repeated?
So I was able to find the location where the crystal was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Is
I have
there-
marked it with a little
Yeah,
black
yeah.
shape. It's not really an X.
So there are no tracks or anything because it is carpet?
There are no clear tracks. You are able to see loose, dry dirt.
Okay. So that means someone did walk there once. Could have been
Mhm.
us.
Yeah, it's also a busy train.
Yeah. Is there anything on the door? I don't know. Could I check that?
Yeah, it's a pretty standard door.
Cool. Good.
So, you see, Gus, come through this door, and start walking to the end of the car. So he will pass by all of you on the way.
Can I roll an insight check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. $16.
So for that insight check, you will get. This does appear to be Gus, but I think because you are right here, it does appear to be Gus. And then as this door swings closed, you actually see. Another biscuit sitting there in the back of the car just before it swings shut.
What?
What?
Oh,
I'm gonna look
no.
at Biscuit.
Which
Biscuit's
biscuit?
next to me, right? There's a biscuit next to me, right?
There is a biscuit next to you.
Can I put my hand up for a high five?
what?
I just want to see if he's real. With a high five.
Can you roll persuasion for me?
High five persuasion?
Yes.
Persuasion for a high five.
Yes, persuasion. You.
That's how we know he's a fucking capitalist. He won't even high five someone for free.
It's a 7. Capitalists really don't like high fives.
Did you roll?
It
Yeah,
was
I got a 7.
They got a 7.
He doesn't high five you.
Oh no,
but
is
he
it
does
an awkward like fist bump?
He does kind of awkwardly like touch your hand with his fingertips for like a second and be like, "Oh, do you need something? Are you all right?"
No, nothing. It's fine. Is there
And
anyone
his
else near me?
His fingers are corporeal.
Okay, that's
so you
very
know.
cool. Is there anyone else near me? That's in our party.
Yeah, it looks like you've got Juliana and Martin and Jasper around you.
I'm going to look at Juliana and Martin and make eye contact and point at Gus and say, "Go."
Go.
Go.
Go now. That might be Gus, might not be Gus. No, I meant go after Gus, not the new biscuit.
This Gus.
This Gus.
There he goes. Get him.
I'm so confused.
Claire will cast message as a cantrip to say, like, explain everything. Just be like, so I saw Gus get up and walk over, and then I saw an extra biscuit, and so I'm scared.
Who are you messaging?
Juliana.
Okay.
Shouldn't we both?
I'm going to biscuit.
But
She'll say that out physically loud, just as a response.
I'm right. All right, bye.
That's what
I don't fucking. I'm so confused. I've split myself. There we go.
Okay. So Claire's then gonna get up and go to Biscuit. The second Biscuit. Biscuit to Electric Boogaloo.
My poor reflexes. Claire, do the thing. Me, but what is thing?
Mood.
Tackle him.
I have dented my dice box with my dice.
Oh
This is a really good dice box.
Your dice are too strong.
They are. They're
Okay.
just metal and loud.
So we now have 2 spots of activity. Let's go after Gus first. So Juliana and Martin, you have been sent after Gus.
Fuck. Juliana says, hello. You know, I was
Right.
just in the train car neighborhood. And I... And what I've heard about these trains is that they have lovely train dinners. Have you heard about train dinners, Gus?
I'll work here. It's just keep walking.
What's your favorite? She's following him.
I don't like food, guys. I don't know what food is.
Let's see. So let me I have to look this up. Because these are both not American cultures, the cultural influences that I am using for this. Okay. It's looking like it's a lot of beans and rice. There's some cheese. There's like a pita bread. Right now I'm looking specifically at Egyptian cuisine because the 2 influences for harbor are Egypt and Carthage. Carthage/Phoenicia. Not getting into all of that right now. But I don't think we know a lot about what Phoenicia's food was, like if they had any specialty dishes. I'm not sure. So I just reached for the most the one that actually exists in the modern day.
And Gus just, I like cheese, and then he goes through the door and leaves the car and go to the next one.
She's still following him.
Yeah, mine's following him too.
All right, then you may move into the next car.
Didn't Claire promise that they weren't gonna bother him after that?
Yeah, you sure
Yes.
did. That face when promises are broken.
I was
just
hoping
forgot.
that perhaps we could have some cheese together. Yes.
No,
Claire
no,
really,
thank you.
Juliana really went, oh yeah, we're investigating things. I need to talk to this person. Oh, I'll talk about cheese.
She's
Instead of
trying
asking the
to bribe him
questions.
with food.
Can you please make a persuasion check, Juliana, to try to convince Gus to have some cheese with you?
Oh god.
That's not bad.
Oh, fuck.
Gus, if you want to contest that, you can GM roll me.
Hold on. I really can't type, you guys.
I respect that.
I support you.
One second.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. And Juliana, Gus, you are fairly swayed actually. It's been a bit. You're a little bit peckish. even though this group of ragtag adventurers is a little bit annoying, the idea of getting some cheese, getting a little snack, and not having to pay for it potentially, it's a little bit
Ooh.
appealing.
Okay. He would just park himself in a seat then. Just like, alright, let's go.
Yes, excellent, wonderful. Martin?
Yes.
She gives Martin her wallet.
He looks at it like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
And then she whispers, find the meal car. And get
The cheese. The
and
cheese?
get the cheese. Get the cheese from the meal car.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese does he like?
I don't know.
Ask him what cheese he likes.
Gus, what kind of cheese do you like?
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. I'll go do that.
Oh my god! takes us next to Gus. And she's just like, so, what got you into trains? Like, why is this your hobby? I mean, job. Jobs can be hobbies too.
I mean, usually the door gets you into it.
Ha ha.
She actually kind of laughs, and she's
Yeah,
like,
he even laughs at this own joke.
No, but really, what inspired you to work on trains?
A job's a job, innit?
For some, I suppose.
It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but
Oh, I think it's very exciting. Public transit practically keeps our entire continent together.
suppose.
Do you use magic on the job regularly?
Beg pardon?
Do you use magic to accomplish your job?
I thought you said, do you abuse magic? I was like,
This is an intervention.
I can do a wee trick, so.
So, how many years have you been doing those wee tricks?
He kind of looks at his hands as if he's counting.
Oh
About 15.
no! Wow, that is a significant chunk of my own lifespan. Well, that's a very long time, Gus.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It was more of an observation than a compliment. If you wanted a compliment, then fear not is right. Your horns are very cool.
Cheers. Why are you asking? Do you want to see, or?
Do I want to see your magic? If you're willing to demonstrate, I enjoy tricks.
Okay. He winks at her and he disappears.
Juliana's jaw drops.
Oh shit.
Hey, Jade,
Huh?
I love Gus. I hope you know this.
He's horrible. I love it.
I love
He's
him.
the
I love him so much.
I am awarding you guys an inspiration, so you now have 2 inspiration.
Juliana's like, Gus, wait, please. You don't have to do this. She looks genuinely worried. Gus, you do that?
We will cut back to Claire and the new biscuit.
New biscuit?
I'll continue my subtle questioning later then.
Okay. This note is gonna be switching from so many things. Okay. Biscuit 2?
Biscuit
Oh man. So Claire's gonna go up to Biscuit 2 and just go, hey. I forget, have I asked you any questions yet?
Sorry, I'm consulting something. No.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
No.
No?
Huh?
No.
What?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so confused because. Okay.
We all heard no. Cool, it wasn't just me.
I was like, okay, okie dokie.
Me pointing a gun, like, keep him out.
Okay, so Claire is going to ask the questions again. Okay, so I'm sorry again. Are you okay with me asking you a lot of questions that pertain to the investigation?
No.
Claire is going to put her hands together, kind of just like, oh boy.
Jasper is cornering Biscuit, but not in a threatening way. He's like sitting in front of him with really big eyes, and it is clear that he wants to be pet.
Can I do an insight check? Just an insight check on this biscuit.
Oh my
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god.
So, Claire, I think this is how this happens because Claire's a little bit impulsive, and so I'm
Oh.
going to play off that if you don't mind.
Oh boy. I do not mind at all.
I think you see like a twinge of something wrong. And so I think what you do is you like grab Biscuit's arm and you like sort of look at it, and after you pull away your hand, there is no reaction on Biscuit's skin of where you grabbed. There's no indentation, there's no redness, there is no change at all. And from this, you were able to determine that this is an illusion, although a very good one, but it is an illusion.
Can I roll Arcana to check if I would know what illusion this would be like this?
Ooh, that's a very high roll, but you may roll.
Okay.
Biscuit pets the dog, by the way.
I got a 17 plus 9.
Holy shit.
Yes, you would know that this is the product of invoke duplicity. This is a no. Oh god, I got this completely wrong. You know what? We're gonna keep going with it. We're gonna keep rolling with it. It's fine. You would know that this is invoke duplicity. And for our purposes, although this is not included in the original invoke duplicity, the double can be made based on what the person looks like at the time.
Jasper's tail is wagging. He sees absolutely nothing wrong with anything that's going on.
Claire's just gonna goes like, how are you doing today, Biscuit? Is there an answer?
You know, there should be. Just give me a second.
Oh, that's you.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Is this the bad
I
British
sure
accent?
am, best friend.
What?
And she's gonna put her hand up for a high five and see what happens.
Again?
Sure is.
Can you roll persuasion again?
Of course.
Persuasion.
A 4.
Hello?
Biscuit violently.
No, that was me.
Claire falls to the ground in an attempt at high five.
Okay,
Oh, no.
you got a 4 to high five Biscuit,
Yeah,
right?
I need to mention that my dad walked in and I was violently laughing. I am sobbing.
Okay, he definitely does not high five you with a 4 roll. No. He just kind of looks at it.
Have a good day. Bye.
All right.
Is going to leave.
Bye.
and walk up to Fear Not. I think is talking to Drorit. Are we going to resume that discussion at all, or is it done?
We're just not gonna acknowledge. I can't really think of anything that Fear Not would also be asking. So, and even so, if you want to like just interrupt the conversation, that's also chill.
Claire will go and go, "Hey, Fear Not, my best friend, let us go into another car real fast. Haha."
What? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll be back later.
And then just waves to Two and Drorit before following Claire.
I have a question that I think Claire would probably just think about. What? So, invoke duplicity. I don't know anything about invoke duplicity, so it's you double yourself or how you looked specifically at the time. And that's how it is?
So in the normal rules for invoke duplicity, it's a class ability. It's specifically a trickster cleric class ability, and so I think in the original rules you make a duplicate of yourself, but for my purposes, because I forgot how to do things. I forgot how D&D works. Surprise, we're playing D&D. I am saying that you can essentially make a copy of yourself however you look. So like if you put on a headband or like a bow and then you copied yourself and then you took the bow off, the bow would still be on the double.
Yeah. Would Claire have noticed anything different about like outfit wise? Want me to roll something for that?
Let me check on something real quick for that.
Claire would like stand in the doorway just like looking at the two biscuits, just like,
Which car is Claire having Fear Not enter right now?
No, I think
Like
the
the one-
original car because they didn't have anyone in there, right? It's just them.
So, from what you can tell, this duplicate looks exactly like Biscuit, down to like wrinkles and stains in any of the clothing. Like, if there's even the slightest stain, it is there.
Meanwhile, this biscuit is going to go ahead and leave. Thanks.
Wait, so that biscuit's leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much going on. So is Biscuit just going to sit at the end of this car that they're in?
Yeah.
Claire's going to look for a little bit and then look back at Fear Not. And just go like,
They're in this car over here?
Yeah.
Over on the right.
I do want to know how Martin's cheese adventure goes, if that's possible. As a reflex.
Yeah, I think we can have a brief pan to Martin's cheese adventure. So Martin, I think you go to the meal prep car. It's, I guess, because it's a long trip, they probably anticipated people might be a little hungry, so they have some refreshments. I think you ask in your, how would you ask about this?
He's going to walk right up, still holding Juliana's wallet like it's a bomb. He's not used to having this object with him, and it's very clear. It's a little suspicious. And he's like, "Hello, I would like to purchase cheese."
I think the person who is on duty at the time says, "Do you mean pita and cheese?"
Fine. Yes. Excellent. Wonderful. Pita and cheese, please.
Okay. I put that marker on Gus because he's invisible, by the way. So the person picks up a little platter of like pita and a spreadable salty cheese, which is apparently called mish, and gives that to you so you can take it back with you, and says, all right, well, that'll be I think 3 gold.
All right, certainly. And he just sort of tucks Juliana's wallet under his arm and takes out his own wallet and pays for it, and then goes back to awkwardly holding her wallet. And then he goes back.
All right. And Juliana, Gus appears in front of you again as Martin comes back.
Juliana collapses in relief against her chair. She is just kind of like sprawled out, and she says, I didn't know you could do that.
Leia,
Yeah.
you notice some tiny indentations in the carpet that are going. Let me get my ruler. That go this way.
Go which way?
So they are roughly going in this direction.
Okay.
These are
Leia's
new,
gonna.
to be clear.
They're new. Okay. Leia's gonna follow them. And oh my god, head empty, no thoughts. Oh no.
Does the gang see this happen or see Leia move there, like when Claire and Fear not enter?
No, not unless Leia pointed it out.
Yeah, Leia's gonna be like, hey guys, check that out. Point to indents.
Oh.
Can Claire cast see invisibility?
Yes, you cast see invisibility, and indeed,
And
there is another Gus.
Bruh.
Can I go up to the invisible Gus and grab his arm?
You grab his arm, and you can see a indentation and like a response in the skin from that.
Hello.
well, wait, but that's Endure. What?
We can talk about this. Doesn't matter. Hello, Gus. Why are you invisible?
He tries to like pull his arm away.
I also need to clarify for everyone else, you're able to intuit what is going on, but what you're seeing is Claire holding something in midair because Gus is still invisible.
Fiona just looks at the other Gus like, huh?
He just shrugs like the other one.
Martin's like, I do not think we have enough cheese for all of these. What?
Give him a nice handshake. I think we all gotta like do some more handshaking, you know? It feels like it's a little more formal and we haven't been doing that, you know? We've kind of been like mean, I guess.
Fiona goes, oh! And then sticks out her hand for the other Gus to shake for this Gus.
Mm.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on. Wait, you on? He says, "Oh no, thank you."
She looks sad and she lets her hand drop back to her. She's riding on Bracken back down onto Bracken.
Oh.
Oh no. Martin gives her some of the cheese pita.
So, Gus, would you be fine if we asked you a few questions?
He's like still just pilling because he's still invisible, so he thinks he can get away with it.
Just like looking, like trying to make eye contact. Like, dude, I know where you are. I'm holding your arm.
I would like an athletics competition if I can have you both roll. Jade, you can roll this out in the open if you'd like to.
Hey, what is it? Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it landed on a weird side, and I. Oh man,
I've got too
it
many
keeps on
things
landing
to-
on it. What did you roll?
If it's
Bruh.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, Gus gets away from you.
Fuck.
Actually, fun fact, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Let's go.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Let me check numbers for that.
I'm really upset because this is a warlock spell.
It's such a good one.
It's a really good one.
12
But
out of
Claire's
10
not a
for
good
remembering
warlock.
that.
Wait, could Claire maybe channel the weave and make it stronger so it's like harder to
Ooh,
resist?
that's a very good question. Can you please roll Arcana for me?
Please.
Ooh.
19.
Yeah, you are able to channel
Thank
it to make it
God.
stronger. I think you double the threshold to beat. So what is your normal DC for this?
14.
Yes. So it would now be a 28.
Thank
Dang.
God. Oh my God, I'm so bad at being a warlock.
Gus,
Claire needs to get charismatic fast.
Gus, you are pretty good at resisting spells, but Claire is still managing to hold you. You can feel this, like, just so much power freezing you in place.
This 18-year-old who just like
No.
has a gamer glove and has a
Guy's
fucking
like,
paper hat around her horns.
this guy's like 40 and he's just got owned by a child.
Almost threw hands with a 12-year-old.
Juliana
boy.
looks around in confusion and says, Should we be worried about that one too?"
I feel like we should be worried, actually.
Yeah, Gus, if you could let go of the invisibility, that'd be really, really kind of you.
You will not get cheese if you are invisible. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that now.
Ah, he drops it.
All right.
So, are you good if we ask you a few questions? Want to know a fun fact about this? There is no wrong answer. You are going to. Anyway, so, fun question. So I'm asking, what is your experience level with magic?
That will be a persuasion roll.
Pain. Not good
On
at the
a scale of
charisma
1 to
thing.
20.
Oh, I dropped my die outside of the box. What is it again? Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
An 11.
All right. Gus, can you contest that in GM roll for me?
I feel like
what
I
is
don't want
that?
to like
Is that the same one as
insert
last
myself in this, but I feel like Martin saying the cheese thing should give Claire a little bit of a bonus here.
Yeah. I also
I
think
think
that
that's
would
very
change it
fair.
from intimidation to persuasion, because Claire's trying to be a little spooky.
Yes. So that's part of why we're doing persuasion. That is a very good note. Since Claire has already rolled, let's go ahead and have Gus do the contested roll at a disadvantage. Yes, that roll.
How do I do it at disadvantage on here?
So what you need to do is just roll it twice. So send the command in the chat twice,
Oh, okay. Let me just.
and then we take the lower one.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh no!
Holy shit! So one of those was a critical success. You're not getting the critical success. That was an 11. Claire?
This is so
Yeah.
sad.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll at advantage anyway, because I have not announced the results, and it's true the cheese thing is probably
Cheese is pretty good, you guys.
yeah.
11 is better.
Oh shit. That does not succeed then. Gus will not be cooperative with you. You can still ask questions, but Gus can basically flip you off. Well, not flip you off because he's helded. But verbally flip you off.
Oh my god. Does this mean Gus really wasn't a train engineer?
I don't know. Good question. Feel free to ask.
Gus, what is the truth?
Which one are you asking?
She's asking this way.
Like, he's just kicking back and hands behind his head, just like, yeah, I work here.
I want to believe you. Well, I do now. I didn't at first. But now I want to unbelieve you because this is ridiculous.
Believe it.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh yeah, did I get an answer on the history with magic question at all, or no?
Oh, yeah, oops. That was what that roll was for, eh?
Yeah. You're just not cooperating, but you can still answer. What are
What
you
was
gonna
the
say?
entire question again?
The entire question was like, so what's your history with magic? That's like the question, because I just read it off the list that we have.
Yeah, thank you for the reminder, by the way.
Thank you.
He just says, yeah. And, like, sneers a little bit.
Claire looks at Leia and just gestures.
What does she want Leia to do?
Ask any question because she's not gonna get that far.
Okay. So Leia steps. Victoria, please. Leia steps forward, and she taps her chin for a second, and she says, "So, why are there so many copies of you on this train right now?"
None your business.
It is my business. This is a criminal investigation. It's my business. Oh God, I sound like Juliana.
You pull.
Hey! I don't sound like that.
You do sound
Also,
like that.
I have a question. Is Claire's bad persuasion roll going to affect everyone in this, or is it
Nope,
just Claire?
just Claire.
Okay.
So, Leia, if you would like to persuade, you are free to.
Okay, let me try. Please God, not in that one. Yes.
Hey!
That is not a nat
Hey.
one.
That's slightly higher than in that one.
All right. Cool. So, Jade, if you would like to contest that, feel free to. Meanwhile,
My
Jasper
brain just melted
sees
for a sec.
that the extra biscuit disappears.
Jasper starts barking at the top of his lungs.
He has lungs. Why'd you install lungs in your dog?
You know, to hold the water that he's still draining from that lake.
Does that mean his barks just sound very like gurgly?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Barks when it plays Under the Sea.
Can we not
Okay.
hear the barking?
Oh my god. Yeah, anyone can hear the barking.
You're not just
Flavor.
kind
So
of.
Claire knows that invoke duplicity is only like a minute or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Claire's gonna communicate that with everyone. By the way,
Okay.
it was invoke duplicity, and it's done now.
Jade, I need your contested roll, unless you don't want to contest to Leia's persuasion.
Is that the same again? Sorry.
Mhm,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Cass, you were saying something earlier?
I wanted to say that for flavor, every time Jasper is currently barking, there is just water leaking and dripping
Wait,
on
you
the
rolled-
floor. So yeah, Fear Not's just gonna find Jasper barking in a puddle.
Cool.
That is
Yeah.
all.
Fear not hears Jasper barking, looks at Juliana. I'll go check on him because she doesn't know what the hell's going on here. And then yeets. So like she's gonna pass by two and Drorit. She waves to them again as she passes, and continues to go over to wherever Jasper is.
All the way over here. Would Jasper hear any footprints? Like, would he be able to know which way Invisible Person went, or did they vanish, or?
Nope, Jasper can't see any footprints.
No, I said hear which way they went.
Oh.
Can they hear the
Well,
the
Jasper can
through-
also not hear any footprints because there
Alright,
are none.
cool. Fair enough.
Ooh.
Jasper is just barking. What the Oh, thank God, it's just Bracken. Listen, I was about to lose my goddamn mind.
Is there another Jasper?
Jasper on the train.
Who casts duplicate self on Jasper?
Jasper's just barking away. Fear Not and Bracken show up, and he looks at them, and then continues barking at the spot where somebody disappeared.
Fionna's just gonna look and make sure there's nothing weird about that spot.
All right. So let's pivot back to Gus and Leia, and also Claire. Leia had asked why there are so many doubles of Gus on the train. Gus was at first resistant. Leia tried to persuade.
It's just about fun, innit?
No, it's not about fun. What's the real answer?
To be clear, that was a successful persuasion.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fuck.
What kind of fun?
You know.
What?
I think the one beside Juliana would also disappear at this point.
Oh, come
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
So, what? Are you actually a trained person?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that you've done in the past?
Wait a minute. There's an easy way to figure this out that we're all forgetting about. Why are we not asking the other trained personnel whether or not they know a Gus?
Ooh.
Go do that. We can be annoying to this Gus then.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Martin's like, are we ignoring the fact that the other Gus just disappeared in front of us?
Yes, it's invoked duplicity. It happens sometimes.
Get with the program, Martin.
He's still sitting there holding this fucking cheese.
Oh, Claire's going to pick up some cheese.
Yeah, he'll just start trying to force it on people. Like, please, just here.
Claire's going to
Looks
sit
good.
down and eat some cheese while just
Yes,
looking
fine.
at Gus.
And maintaining
You
whole
perks.
person.
Yeah.
We're all eating it in front of Gus. He doesn't get it.
It's a nice again, it's a salty spreadable cheese that you put on pita and eat. It's yum.
Ooh, yum.
Okay. So, Juliana, you wanted to go talk to a trained personnel?
Yeah, would that be this way, or like the...
Anywhere, I don't care.
Alright.
Much like the meal car, we'll just off screen it and say it happened. It happens in a location.
Alright.
So you wander the cars a little bit until you're able to find someone, and I think you find probably a train attendant, like someone who basically fields questions from the passengers and directs them to where they need to go.
Okay. So Juliana walks up to this train attendant and says, "Hi, I was wondering, there might be somebody trying to impersonate train personnel, but I'm not entirely sure. Do you have a Gus among your members?"
Oh yes, Gus is assigned to this train today.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
Let's see. And so the train attendant pulls out a little registry of everyone who's on the train. It's on a I was gonna say a data pad because I'm a Star Wars nerd. It's on like a tablet, much like the tablets that you've seen at the lab in Brilipovo. And so they scroll through it and they kind of show you and they say, here, Gus Amon is right here. You can see he's a tiefling. He has these curled horns.
Did you actually do that physically to us? Why? 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 The campaign's over now. You just duped us. Oh my god, it's because he's the imposter and he's Gus.
Oh my god.
I am beyond furious.
This is betrayal.
I am like so livid right now.
I hate it here.
I'm sorry, I can't breathe.
I've never been so fucking mad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Among Us Funny Moments number 27. I steal a man's memory.
Okay, alright. Juliana gently, politely listens to the description and then says, just to be sure, could you describe Gus's personality in brief? And
The train attendant laughs and I'm sorry. You have no idea. We've been planning this for like 2 weeks. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
The train attendant says, "Oh yes, well, I don't want to speak ill of my coworkers. Gus is a little bit abrasive, but he does good work when he's not slacking off. But you know, this train ride is long enough. I'm sure he'll get to everything he needs to get to. Has he been giving you any trouble?"
Juliana says, he duplicated himself.
Oh, he does that. He's he's a cleric. He actually follows the crow god, if I'm not mistaken, or some sort of similar deity. So a little bit of trickery is to be expected. Excuse me.
It is to be suspected. God.
Oh, actually,
Like
correct
sus?
me.
Like sus?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jade. Does he follow a different god?
Mate, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was the fox, but
I think
Sure.
we talked about the fox. Let me.
I can't remember. All I can remember is his name.
Yo!
Yeah, okay. I was ad-libbing about the crow god thing, but I think that is the most applicable to a trickster domain cleric. So yeah, the attendant says, "Oh, he does that. It's he's a cleric of the crow god, if I'm not mistaken. So it's to be expected, I think."
I see. All right, I suppose it's fine. It's just he doesn't answer a single question with yes or no or an explanation. He just confuses everyone on purpose.
Well, I will remind you again. He is a bit of a jokester. He has about 3 hours to burn. This is one of the longest train rides in Harbor. And so I have to assume that he just he's either finished everything he needs to do or everything's in order as it should be, and so he is trying to spend some off time, and if you happen to be around him for longer than 5 seconds, he will probably try to play a trick or two on you.
All right, that's incredibly unpleasant. I'm going to return to my train car now. Thank you for the explanation of your coworker.
Oh, of course. Please don't tell him I said any of this.
I wouldn't imagine it.
Thank you. And so you may return.
Juliana, she walks back into the train car and she sits down close to everybody and she says, "He's registered to work on the train."
You're serious?
Yeah, because I work on the train.
Not your conversation, Gus. Juliana, continue.
Wow.
some of his co-workers think that he's an asshole.
Very surprising.
Oh,
They're
who
right.
said that? Who said that? That Raj the grass.
I'm not naming any names whatsoever.
I'll be seeing them after this.
You can't
Are you
assume!
threatening people now in the middle of our
Raj the
investigation?
grass.
I didn't get the name of the person, and I'm not going to get their name. Why should I tell you information when you won't tell us anything at all?
Oh.
You seem like the type that a lot of people don't like you.
Juliana's jaw drops.
We
Takes
don't
one to
have
know
time to
one.
talk about this. So hey, bestie among us. No, just Gus. So do you know what happened on this train
sec.
recently? You know, anything funky happen?
Sorry, my partner just walked in. What was the question?
Claire's just like, did anything happen on this train weird?
Well, you all got on the train.
Oh
Wow. This is painful.
Martin's like, Gus, listen. Up until a short time ago, I was working in a position very similar to yours at a convenience store. I didn't
not a train,
particularly
but
enjoy my job. Long pause.
it's just like, okay.
He's thinking about it. Lost in memory. And he's like, I understand that you don't particularly enjoy yours either. I probably would have duplicated myself during my shifts if I had that option. I probably would have been an asshole to people if I had that option.
No, I like my job.
You enjoy your job. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not boring to you.
Well, I like that I can mess about when I get bored.
All right, I understand. I understand. Anyways, what I'm saying is that we, all of us, or maybe not all of us, I'm sorry, Juliana, we have things in common. We have common ground.
Sure.
Claire loves jokes, don't you, Claire?
I think I've decided I don't like them anymore.
You don't like jokes anymore. All right. Claire
I
is
like them when they're funny.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So fear not. Can I borrow you for a
Hi.
second?
Yeah, I was literally typing in chat. I was about to ask Cass if you're not could try and coax Jasper to calm down and back into the other car. But yes, hi, I'm here.
Yes, we will have that happen, so you can coax Jasper to calm down. The threat has passed. You
Zoom.
return. You went with one dog. You return with two dogs, and you also return with a fresh perspective, with which you notice. If I may direct your attention to the right side of this car that you're all in.
I'm going to go batshit.
I was about to ask about that. I didn't want to interrupt.
going to ask if Claire could go over there. But
Yeah.
I'm killing God at this instant.
Don't kill me.
So what would you like to do?
I've been presented with the end of this car, correct?
Yes, the empty end of this car.
And last I saw, didn't like Biscuit pass us as we were going in this way or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I was... Nothing changed from what I was gonna say. Fear Not's gonna, like, while they're all interrogating the uncooperative Gus, Fear Not's just gonna mosey on down the car, probably paying attention to her surroundings, see if there's anything else of interest in this area, and then if not, move on to the next car. Just to get a peek, see what's there, because if Biscuit left, then I wonder where Biscuit went.
Nothing of interest in this car, so you move on.
Mm-hmm. What's
As you
up,
enter this
Gators?
car, all of the middle doors are open. Where did you go?
Sorry, my Fucking down button is my push to talk button.
All of the middle doors are open, so you can see all the way to the end of the car, and you do notice this car is even less crowded than the car that you managed to enter into, luckily. And you do see Biscuit opening the end car and stepping through. You're not sure how, like, he knew. He might have, like, just kind of sent somebody with their eyes on him, but he does turn back and he sees you. And he just gives a little smile and a wave and then continues on.
She goes to wave back, and then he turns around and leaves, and she's just like, oh. And then goes after him. And as she's passing by on Bracken, she's just like, sorry, excuse me. As she's passing by all the people on the train.
There is a sudden collapse of space between these cars. And fear not, as you're coming to follow Biscuit, you come up to the end and you see what it is. You see that another crystal of tenorite has exploded. There are crystal shards still hanging in the air in this brief second where time seems to slow down. And you watch as the peg connecting the two cars together vanishes in front of your eyes. You are too late to try to make the jump as the train speeds on ahead of you at hundreds of kilometers per hour, and your train car is left lagging behind until it slows to a screeching stop, or it will in a few moments. But for now, time is going to stop as we end our game for the night.
Bruh!
When it's not the imposter that's sus. I hate it here. I hate it here. No.
All right. Excellent job, everyone. I'm very proud of you. That was a very difficult investigation. You are all wonderful sports. I will clear up something for you if this did not make it obvious. Gus was, should we say, a red herring?
Oh, shut up.
Shut up.
I told it.
I fucking hate it here.
And yes, an Among Us joke. Red sus. Thank you all for your hard work. Thank you for your investment. I hope that you enjoyed this, even though it was a little bit hectic. Your culprit is indeed Biscuit. And so,
Good thing I
next
was
time,
right. Good
we
thing
will
I-
pick up with what you'd like to do. I would advise you, because this is one of those situations where if you have something you would like to make or do, if you want to spend the week thinking about what you'd like to do, you can. You can bring any plans to me next time or talk to me about it in chat, in DMs, or in the server, whatever you'd like to do. Or we can just pick up next week and improvise, and that's fine too. But yeah, who would like to do a recap next time? Casper did it this time.
Oh, I could do it since I haven't in a while.
All right, Hall will be doing our recap next time. We will be meeting again next Saturday, May the 1st. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Thank you for
and I'll
DMing.
see you all next week.
Thank you.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.